Well-done weather systems can contribute a lot to the games. They can add immensely to the atmosphere, they can make the world be more immersive and feel realistic. But the best weather effects are the ones that have an actual impact on the gameplay itself. And there are many great examples out there where games have advanced weather systems in titles like Metal Gear Solid 5, Zelda Breath of the Wild, and even Animal Crossing. And considering that it is very common for an open-world game to have both day and night cycle and weather systems, I believe that it is more than likely for Hogwarts Legacy to implement different weather mechanics. I mean, the day and night cycle was already confirmed by the trailer itself, because the first shots of the trailer are during the night, and then later in the trailer we saw a character feeding mooncalves who only come out at night during a full moon. Which makes me even more excited thinking that we're also going to have the moon cycles. But this video is all about the weather, and we're going to discuss how it could work in Hogwarts Legacy and how its gameplay can be influenced by different weather conditions. Before we start, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. When I'm talking about having weather in the game, it's not just having rain every now and then. I'm talking all kinds of weather conditions. It could be sunny, partly cloudy, overcast, drizzle, rain, showers, thunderstorms, high winds, fog, snow, blizzards, basically everything that Scotland's weather has to offer. And considering that Scottish climate is quite humid, we should be seeing a lot of precipitation. And talking about precipitation, I hope they will focus a lot on detailed weather effects and outstanding sound design, because sound is one of the most important parts when it comes to the immersion. Besides having the rain outside, we should also hear it and feel it inside the castle. For that, a great example is Animal Crossing. During rain, while you're inside the house, you can hear the rain pattern on the roof, but the sound changes when you move around the house. If you're in the middle of the house, the sound is pretty dull, or it disappears almost completely when you're in the basement. But when you go to the outer rooms or to the second floor, it gets a bit louder. And when you come close to the window, the sound becomes even more distinct, and it feels so real. Just overall, the sound design of that game is amazing. You can also see the rain through the windows and see the raindrops dripping down the glass, with occasional gusts of winds pressing on the window every now and then. Similarly, when it snows, you can see the snow piling up on the window and icicles forming on the edges. Those little details add a lot to the game and make it feel authentic and more realistic. And I would love for it to work in the same way in Hogwarts Legacy. So the weather is not only reflected on the ceiling of the Great Hall, but also the sound of the rain or wind changes depending on the area of the castle. But just imagine, you're in Hogwarts. It's raining outside, and thunder rumbles throughout the castle. You go up to your common room, nestle on sofa by the fireplace, and just chill while interacting with NPCs, playing chess or other minigames, or practicing some charms, or simply enjoying the rain. Damn, that sounds so nice and cozy. I really miss the rain. There's barely any where I live, so if you're watching this and it's raining outside, know that I'm super jealous. So hit that subscribe button. But besides the weather being pretty and just being there, it should have a more direct impact on the gameplay. Like for example in Zelda Breath of the Wild, when it rains, it is harder to climb the rocks, or sometimes even impossible. And for example, lightning can kill you if you don't have the necessary equipment. Also, the weather makes you dress accordingly. If it's hot, you dress lightly, and when it's cold, you buckle up in layers of clothing. And it could work in the same way in Hogwarts Legacy. And perhaps if you go into a mountaintop for some reason and it's absolutely freezing there, you'd have to brew some warming potion, such as the Pepper Rub potion. Perhaps bad weather could also assist us in stealth missions when looking for fantastic beasts or trying to sneak around the enemies, similarly to how it works in Metal Gear Solid 5, where rainfall and storms can dampen the noise you make, making it easier to sneak around the enemy bases, while fog can also impact visibility, which impacts the enemies as well as you. So perhaps that could be one of the challenges while exploring the Forbidden Forest. And actually, it looks like it might be the case because the fog is already in the poster. So maybe there could be spots in the forest where the fog is super dense and you can get easily lost, just like in the Lost Woods. Also, different weather conditions could have a different impact on nature. Maybe some plants or mushrooms only appear after rain or after a lightning storm. Then, in that case, if we need them as ingredients for a potion, we would have to wait for a thunderstorm in order to complete that potion. Maybe also different magical creatures would come out with a certain weather phenomenon, but there's not much information about the relationship between magical beasts and certain weather conditions. Except the Thunderbird, and I only know that Doxies prefer a cold climate and that flitterbies are attracted to heat. But there might be some details and more information that we just don't know yet. However, I'm sure that your hippogriff wouldn't be happy flying in the rain or during a thunderstorm, which would be quite dangerous. But that's where we can take the usage of weather controlling spells like Meteorologix Recanto. But considering that those spells are more difficult to apprehend, then perhaps for the most part of the game, traveling or flying would be more challenging during bad weather. But at the same time, that shouldn't apply to Quidditch, because Quidditch matches happen during showers, blizzards, storms. Like, nothing stops Quidditch. And it would be absolutely amazing if we get to play Quidditch during harsh weather conditions, which would make the game even harder. Getting our brooms struck by lightning, or getting bombarded by hail, oh my god, I'm here for all of it. And the thing is, this is not asking too much. Advanced weather systems are very common in today's games, especially in open world RPGs. I mean, if Animal Crossing can have advanced weather systems and even seasons, I'm sure Hogwarts Legacy can do it as well. Like, if it's going to be sunny throughout the entire game, I'll be very disappointed, because that's the job of the worlds in the open world games, to be living worlds. So in Hogwarts Legacy, I'm expecting to be waking up early in the morning and seeing fog covering the Black Lake. I'm expecting rain messing up my clothes while exploring the Forbidden Forest. I'm expecting snow covering everything in white during winter time, which would also mean seasons. But that's a topic for another video. But yeah, in general, an advanced weather system in Hogwarts Legacy is an absolute must-have. Let me know what is your favorite type of weather, and what is the game that you played that had the best weather system in it? Leave your replies in the comment section down below. Alright, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.